the lighting looks so much worse? Oh my gosh. Are you serious? This light. Can you stop? Thank you. Anywho, hello everybody. It is day 2 of NaNoWriMo, Tuesday. How y'all doing? So this morning I was supposed to edit my video for today, and I totally forgot that that's what I was supposed to be doing. I got up kind of late and I was just like really tired and confused and didn't know what I was doing with my life. So I started writing instead, which is awesome because it's NaNoWriMo, and I finished the rewrites for chapter 17, which is great, which means all my rewrites are done. The only thing I have left to actually write before editing is chapter 24. So cool. But it also means that I didn't finish editing my video this morning, or I didn't even start it, which means it took me quite a bit of time this evening to do that. So it's about 6:45 right now. The video's processing, and then I still have to put it up onto YouTube, which takes a while for it to process as well. And I don't really like to use my computer while I'm doing that because sometimes it just messes things up and like the video starts skipping or being slow or whatever, and I don't want to deal with that crap. So basically I'm trying to entertain myself for a while that's going on, and wait until I can get back to writing. So, one of the ways I realized I should entertain myself is by telling y'all what I thought of Captain Marvel, because I just realized that in my video last week I told you guys that I was going to see Captain Marvel, and then I never said anything after that about what I thought about it. So, while I'm waiting, I'll share with my thoughts. That's not what I was trying to say. I was trying to say I'll share my thoughts with you guys, but I forked it up. Also, my hair is a wild, crazy mess right now, but that's what you get when you watch vlogs, so deal with it. Okay, so, Captain Marvel. It was, in a word, fine. I didn't love it. Did I enjoy it? Sure. Did I fall asleep? Yes. But to be fair, I was very tired, and I'm not a huge action person, so a lot of times even in movies that I do, like I am enjoying, when it gets into like just really, really long action sequences, I'm just like, okay, get to the point here. So I did fall asleep for a little short while. I was kind of in and out like my freaking kitchen light. But yeah, I didn't really love the movie. I would say it's definitely my least favorite movie. You're just gonna have to deal with the light flickering. It's bothering me a lot, but I can't stop it, so whatever. Pressing on. I would say that it's my least favorite Marvel movie by far, for sure. It was just, there was just nothing really particularly interesting or special about it, like as opposed to all the other origin story movies. It was pretty much just the same old stuff. I will say that if you view this movie as Nick Fury's origin story, it's actually pretty interesting. Like, that part of the movie was the part that I found to be the most interesting, learning more about him and how he kind of got involved in all of this and started the Avengers in the first place. That was really cool. Also, the cat was funny. That was cool too. But the rest of it was just kind of like blah, in my opinion. It definitely was important, I would say, if you're gonna see Avengers Endgame. Like, you're gonna want to know more about Captain Marvel. It might not be 100% necessary, but I'm sure it's going to add to your experience of the Avengers, which is why we saw it, because we really love the Avengers, and we're not about to go walk into like the big epic finale of Infinity War with not knowing who Captain Marvel is or anything about her. So I'm glad that we saw it, but if I could have waited for it to come out on video and not paid so much money to go see it in the theater, I totally would have done that, and if I didn't need to see this movie in order for Avengers Endgame to make sense, then I would be totally happy having never seen it. It was not like, I'm never going to watch it again. If we ever go, I mean, we're going to go through and watch all the Marvel movies again sometime, because I just really want to see them all in chronological order from the beginning again, and I'm pretty much 100% sure we're going to skip this one when we do that, because it's just, I don't know, it was fine. It was blah, it was just what you'd expect. There was nothing really to write home about. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling at this point because I'm just killing time before my video is done processing. But basically, I thought it was fine, and I did enjoy it. I don't know, it's hard to say, like, I enjoyed the movie when I also got kind of bored and fell asleep. Like, that's not usually a sign of enjoying a movie, so I don't know. So anyway, I am going to go check on my video, see how it's going. I think it should be ready to put up on YouTube now, and then after that's done, I will hopefully still have some time to write before bedtime, which means I'm going to get started on chapter 24, which I'm excited about because at work today I was mulling over the chapter and I actually got some ideas of what direction I'm going to go with this chapter, because I didn't have a lot of structure in my mind for what this is gonna be. So now I do, which makes me excited to get to writing, but I can't write because I'm doing the video. So, I mean, technically I could write by hand or something, but I just don't want to. Also, I feel like it's just gonna like throw me off my groove. It's gonna throw me off my rhythm, as John Mulaney would say. Start writing by hand when I've been typing, I just, like, I don't think I'm going to be able to focus that way, so I feel like I might as well just wait. So, off I go to do some more waiting. Good news! I thought of something else I can do while I wait for my video to upload, so I'm going to make a smoothie. Yeah, buddy. Technically, I'm going to get the stuff ready to make a smoothie in the morning because I was going to have a smoothie for breakfast, and since I have time to kill right now, I figured why not get it all prepared so that in the morning it doesn't take me as long to make and I can spend more time writing. So that's what I'm going to do. But first things first is that I have to change my shirt because I don't want to get any berries on my awesome Shroot Farms beets shirt, which is super funny because I'm cooking beets right now, and that's what I'm worried about getting on this shirt was the beet juice. I didn't even realize that until I read this shirt just now. That's hilarious. Hello and good morning. It is Wednesday, yes, which is the 3rd, so day 3 of NaNoWriMo. It's about 7 a.m. We gotta leave for work at like 8:45-ish, so I've got quite a bit of time still. All I have to do for work is get dressed and make my sandwich for lunch, because I just realized that I toasted a piece of bread last night that I was gonna use to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for today. I was just gonna get it ready and put it in the fridge so that I didn't have to make it this morning. And I totally forgot about it, so it's still sitting in the toaster. I mean, it's not still toasting, but it's just sitting in there, so I have to do that. I also have to make my smoothie and drink that at some point, but I'm not hungry at all yet. So for now, I think I'm just gonna try to get into chapter 24. Which is exciting. It's a little bit nerve-wracking because it's the only chapter so far that I've had like absolutely nothing to work with, because I haven't written like any of this chapter at all. Well, that's not true. I did write like the very last little bit, but the rest of it I'm just figuring out right now. So we'll see how that goes. So, smoothie update. It is good. However, I will say if I make this recipe, I use that term loosely because I didn't really pay attention to everything I was putting in there, but if I make this smoothie again, I would probably do, number one, I would put more kale in because I can't taste the kale at all, so there may as well be more of it because it's good for you. And secondly, I would probably swap the cranberry juice for like almond milk or something because it's a little bit too sweet and also a little bit tart, and I think it's the cranberry juice that kind of pushed it over the edge from being like comfortably sweet to like a little bit too much for first thing in the morning. But other than that, it's really good. I basically can only taste berries, which is nice because it's a nice way to hide a bunch of healthy stuff that you ordinarily wouldn't want to eat. Like, I don't want to just eat a beet right now, or a bunch of kale, or any of that powdery stuff that I put in there that tastes disgusting. But I can't taste any of it when it's in here. So, overall, I would actually say that was a pretty successful recipe. Just swapping the cranberry juice for almond milk and putting some more kale in, and you'll be good to go. I've written, well, I don't know how much I've written, 396 words. That's how much. I've written 396 words, and I'm gonna keep going because I still have almost an hour until we have to leave, and all I have to do now is finish eating my breakfast and get dressed. So, let's keep on trucking. Back. It is still Wednesday. It is the evening now, and I have quite a bit of time before I have to go to bed. I did work on a lot of writing this morning. I wrote I think around 800 words. Not that I'm counting words really, but I didn't finish the chapter, so that's the only way I can kind of quantify how much work I did. I wrote about 800 words of chapter 24, and it's coming along pretty nicely. I think I'm a little bit meh about it right now, but I think I've kind of thought of some ways to make it better. So I'm going to work on that in a minute. But first, I have to say a big shout out and thank you to Ignited CMS for becoming my very first patron over on Patreon. Yay! So thank you so much for supporting me over there. I will be reaching out to you to get your Twitter and Instagram handles if you have them, because that is one of the rewards. For those of you who don't know, if you support me on Patreon, I will follow you on Twitter and Instagram, and I'll give you a shout out here on YouTube to say thank you. And since you signed up for the silver tier, you'll also be getting 2-day early access to all of my videos, with the exclusion of vlogs. I did have to kind of change that because I realized, especially right now because I'm doing so many vlogs, I realized that I generally film vlogs all the way up until the night before they go up, and then I edit them the next morning and put them up the next evening. So there's really no way for me to edit those videos 2 days earlier because I wouldn't have all of the clips to be able to even edit them, if that makes sense. So giving 2-day early access to vlogs is kind of impossible. But for all of my other videos, you will have 2-day early access. And you will also get a once a month patron only vlog, which for right now I guess is just for you, Ignited CMS. So congratulations, you get just your very own vlog. I will say for the next 2 months those vlogs might be a little bit uninteresting if you're watching these vlogs, because I'm already vlogging like my whole life right now, so I'm not really sure what else I'm gonna have to say in a once a month vlog. But I don't always do vlogs very often, so a once a month post on Patreon, normally when I just have regular videos going up and I'm not vlogging, I might actually have a lot to update you on, like what I've been doing with my life. So yeah, that is what you have to look forward to for being my patron, and I just want to say thank you. You've been so supportive to me on all of my videos. You're a very consistent commenter, and I enjoy your feedback, and I really appreciate the support. So thank you very much to Ignited CMS for being my first patron. And now I'm gonna go finish doing some writing, I guess. Finish, maybe I shouldn't say that. That's too ambitious. I'm gonna go continue writing. Who knows how far along I'm gonna get, but we shall see. Guys, guess what? I finished the first draft of my book. Yay! Honestly, it feels super anticlimactic right now because I'm tired, and it's like the first draft is done, but there's still so much left to be done, so I'm not like done with the book. I think that's when it'll really feel like real that I wrote another book, when it's like published and over with and I'm not like working on it anymore. But I'm still super happy to be done with the first draft writing process. It was a process. It took me a long time and a lot of work, and there were so many complications along the way, but I did it, and I'm really excited. So it's getting kind of late right now, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and transfer the file from Scrivener to Microsoft Word, because I think that's how I want to do my edits in Word. I really like editing on paper, but I don't want to have to print too many copies because it's just such a waste of paper and ink. It's so much paper to print a manuscript, especially if you're doing double spaced so you can leave room for edits. So yeah, it's a lot. So I'm gonna try to do as many edits as I can this time around electronically. But yeah, my first round of edits is gonna be mostly just the major stuff, making sure everything makes sense and all the subplots, you know, there's no plot holes, and any little things that I maybe thought I would change but I didn't want to change yet, so I just highlighted it for later. I'll fix up all of that stuff. And then if I have time, which I probably will, I might go through another round of edits to do more like fine-tuning before I give it to my mom and my sister for them to read. So yeah, lots of exciting stuff happening. Also, I completely forgot to post my read-along video today. It's Thursday, and I was supposed to post my next video, and I just completely forgot. So it's too late for me to do it tonight, so I'm gonna have to do it tomorrow. Also, now that I have a patron, which is awesome, I need to start actually putting up the videos 2 days ahead of time so that my patrons can have access to them early, because up until now I didn't have any patrons to have to do that for. So that'll be interesting. I gotta make sure to put that on my calendar and kind of change my uploading schedule to work around that. So yeah, that's what's happening over here. I'm just really happy to be done because I've been dying to get to the editing phase. I see people editing their books and I'm so jealous because I'm like, I want to sit and just like read my book and fine-tune the little things and know that like the hard part is over, because for me, the first draft, especially once I get past all the scenes that are like really super fun and exciting to write, and they're like fresh in my mind. The first draft is like the hardest part for me. It's also one of the most fun parts and one of the most fulfilling parts, because it's so fun when you like write a scene and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is so good. And you don't really, I don't really get that feeling from many of the other parts of writing a novel, but so it is really satisfying, and it's like maybe one of my favorite parts, but it's also the hardest part. So I'm kind of glad to be done with that and just moving on to kind of what, in my opinion, is the easy part of writing a book. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. So I'll update y'all tomorrow or sometime. I might skip a couple days or something because I think this video is getting kind of long and I don't want to like just be talking forever. So if I don't have much to say tomorrow, I might skip and update you on Saturday on what I'm doing. I don't really have a lot to do anymore, so we'll see. So I'm gonna go transfer those files and then probably head to bed soon after that, because I don't really have anything else to do writing wise. I don't want to get started on edits right now because like I just finished writing, so I'm kind of like, I want to give it a night to rest on it. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Well, it's a little bit rainy here, just a tad, but I edited chapter 1 of my book and I'm on to chapter 2 now, which is exciting, and I get to listen to this and all the wonderful thunder that is occurring. Oh my gosh, it's hailing now. It's like really, actually really big hail. They're like, ah! Lightning! It is Sunday, It's day 7 is what I was trying to say. I have no idea where September came from. Who knows? It is Sunday, day 7 of Camp NaNoWriMo. I just finished editing chapter 21 of my novel, so I'm still about 11 days ahead of schedule, which is nice. Everything's going pretty well. For the most part, I'm really happy with my book, and I feel like it's definitely better than my first book. I've definitely improved as a writer, and I'm really excited about this story, and I think it's really good. There have been some parts that I'm like a little bit like, I don't know if this is the best, but I don't really know what to do to make it better, so I'm just gonna like give it to my mom and sister and see what they think and maybe talk about it. But for the most part, I think I've been able to edit a lot, and I've been able to fix a lot of things, and I feel pretty good about the things I've changed and what's left. There have been some things that I've come across, not very many, but like a handful of times that I've come across something that I think is going to take a little more effort to fix, a little more time to sort of decide, like kind of a whole paragraph that just didn't sound right or didn't make sense that I need to like figure out how to fix. So for those things, I've just been writing them down, and I'm going to go back after I finish going through my whole book of edits. I'm going to go back and fix those bigger things, and then it should be ready to hand off to people to have them read it and tell me what they think. So I'm really happy with that. Yeah, things are going well. I'm very tired. I don't know why. I've just been super tired lately. I've been taking a lot of naps. I think it's just all the reading, because reading does make me kind of tired, and since I've been editing, that's what I've been doing with most of my free time, is just reading, and it's making me sleepy. So we'll see how that goes with my readathon next month, because I might just be like really, really sleepy all the time. So hopefully that's not the case. But anyway, that is where I'm at right now, and we're gonna go to my parents' house in a bit to hang out with them. So I'm gonna go finish getting ready for that, and I'll talk to you guys later. Oh, also I was gonna mention that one thing that's kind of a struggle right now is that I'm just coming up to the point where I've very recently written these last, like, I don't know, I'm on chapter 22, and there's like, I think there's like 8 more chapters for me to write or something like that. I mean, for me to edit. So I've just gotten to the point where these last 8 chapters are the ones that I've been working on very, very recently. So it's kind of a different experience with editing, because it's all really fresh in my mind. Whereas the rest of the book, it had been a while since I had read some of that. So it was a little bit easier to kind of come at it with fresh eyes. So I don't know how these last few chapters are going to be editing wise. I might not be changing a lot, and maybe I should be. So hopefully they're good as they are, and if they're not, then I'll just be able to get some feedback from my sort of beta readers or alpha readers or whatever you want to call them. I'm a little bit like feeling a little meh right now about editing, because I know I'm moving into these chapters that I just wrote, and I don't think it's going to be as easy for me to notice things, and it's also just not going to be as fun to read. I've been having a good time reading this up until this point, because I haven't read all this in a while, so it's like reading a good book that I enjoy that I haven't read in a while, and now it's like reading a bunch of stuff that I just read and just wrote, and I was just rehashing over and over. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hey guys, so it is Monday the 8th, day 8 of Camp NaNoWriMo, and I just finished the first round of edits for my whole novel, and I am so excited about it. I love it. I think the story is great. It's like, no shade to my first book, but it's way better than my first book, and I just cannot wait for everybody to read it. I'm so excited. There were a few things throughout the editing process that I kind of like wrote down, oh, I want to fix this part, or I want to change this, or I need to add this in, but I didn't really do it right then. So there are a few more editing related things that I need to go back and fix, but not a whole lot. But I did determine by the end of the story that I definitely think I want to have an epilogue. That was something I was toying with the idea of, but after reading through the whole story and the conclusion I came to, I just felt like it was a little bit lacking, and like an epilogue would be really nice. So I'm gonna have to figure out what I want to do for that, which is good, I guess, because we're only on the 8th day of the month, and I'm already like almost done with all the work I have to do. So I guess it's good that I'm gonna write an epilogue, because that'll give me some more stuff to do this week. So yeah, that is where I'm at right now. This is a great spot. This was gonna be my last vlog clip for this week's vlog, so that's perfect, because I just finished all my edits. Well, I mean, not all of them, but I finished the first round of edits. So tomorrow I'll probably be working on finishing up those, things I had to go back and fix that I haven't fixed yet. And then after that, I'll just start working on the epilogue. And then I'll be done with the whole book. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. It's so surreal that I'm this close to being done with this book, because I've been working on this for so long, and I just can't wait for people to read it, because it's so good and I love it so much. And it's so fun too that it's a sequel, because I know people are looking forward to it because they read the first one and they're like, oh, I want to see like more from these characters, and I want to see where their story goes from here. So it's like I'm excited to deliver that to people who are like anxiously anticipating it. So, yeah, I'm really excited, really happy. This week has been awesome. Really great writing and editing week. And yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go ahead and close out this vlog here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next week for another Camp NaNoWriMo vlog, and we'll see what I end up doing this next week. Probably the epilogue mostly, and then after that, I don't know what the rest of my vlogs for this month are gonna be, but we'll just have to wait and figure it out together. So have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.